Hello. Um, I've been trying to make some videos for a while, and every time I tried, I just haven't had the motivation to edit and post. Um, this time I'm going to try to upload this because it's kind of important for me. Um, my name is Alon, and I'm pretty depressed right now. I've been depressed for pretty much most of my life. Here goes my cat. But this time it feels really rough. You know, I had my low moments, quite a few low moments. But these are just one of them. This is just one of them. There's really no point in making this video. I don't think anyone would watch or care either way. I have no one to talk to, and I figured an imaginary audience and my camera would make me feel a little less alone and unheard. But yeah, I'm really depressed. Ever since, 2020, when COVID was, quarantine and all that, I've been getting worse mentally. I cut off a lot of connections. My old friend group from high school and middle school. One of my childhood friends. My dad. I just have my mom, my cat, my online friends. And yeah. Yeah, it sucks. I always have intrusive thoughts about, wanting to not be here anymore. And, sometimes it takes like a few hours to really think about it. I want to say that I'd never do it because I need to be there for my mom and my cat. And I'm sure my friends would be pretty depressed. You can probably see her being nosy. But yeah. Everything just feels really hard right now. This is really embarrassing to mention. I feel quite a bit of shame, even though, it isn't entirely my fault. I think my lack of motivation is responsible. My cat is staring at me. I also, in high school, I wanted to work. I wanted that experience, but I wasn't allowed. I had poor mental health, and my mom thought that the added stress would probably break me. And, maybe it would have, but I think at least a little experience is better than none. I've applied to plenty of jobs within the past 5 years, I should say. I don't seem appealing to any employers because of my lack of experience, because of my age, and I'm also really mentally ill. I feel shame sometimes, and I'm not to say that it's, poor mental health is something to feel shame for. Everyone has their weaknesses and struggles. It's okay to be struggling. It's okay to ask for help and to talk to people if you want to. Or, people say that, oh, medication therapy might not be for me, and that's okay if it's not for you. You can try though. If you really feel like, the help would, you have nothing to lose and maybe the help could improve things for you, I really encourage you to try. I have a psychiatrist. I used to have a therapist. No more. But I have a psychiatrist um that I meet with like maybe like 3 times a year just to check up on like how I'm doing on medication, my moods and stuff. But I don't have a therapist, and I feel like I should probably get one again soon before, you know, things start getting worse for me mentally. Um, as you can see, I woke up, haven't done anything. It's already like the afternoon. Um, I don't really, I know what's wrong with me, but I don't at the same time. I'm bipolar. I have a personality disorder. Um, I'm really depressed. I have anxiety. I just hate that I feel like there's so much wrong with me. Try not to cry. But yeah, I feel like there's just so much wrong with me. I don't even know. I hope things get better for me and people I love and everyone else out there. I don't know. I feel like lately everything has kind of been slipping. My brain, my emotions, my identity, I guess. I'm like so I am unemployed and I pretty much spend most of my weeks stuck at home doing nothing. I don't really have a social life. Yeah. This shit gets a little depressing. And I'm not living the best life. I feel like I'm more so existing than living. But I feel guilt because I realize that there are so many other people out in the world that are doing much worse than me, and I'm privileged, I'm unemployed, but I have a roof over my head. And, I have my mom, and I have at least, even though they aren't physically here, I have friends that care about me. It could be so much worse. I could be homeless, alone. Sometimes it's hard to realize how lucky you are when you feel so low. I think I'm just tired of feeling so sad. I want to feel better. I want to feel like I can, act my age, because I'm 23. I'm turning 24 this year, and I still feel like I'm 12. I still feel so behind from everyone that's my age. I feel so, like, mentally, I just feel stuck. I feel stuck. And I hate this feeling of not being a functional human being. Yeah. It sucks. It does. I made this video today in specific because I think if I didn't at least talk about it a little bit, you know? But yeah. And I know I am responsible for myself. And in the real world, you know, when my mom passes, I know I'm going to feel so alone. Okay. But I need to grow up. And maybe I already am, but I don't feel like it. I feel stuck and alone. Yeah. I just hope things get better, y'all. Because the alpha, aka me, does not know how much longer I can take of this tomfoolery. Yeah. That's all. Bye.